Hey everybody, welcome back to the video. Today I'm going to be going over the most... It's been a while too. It's been a while since I've reviewed a show because... first of all, I haven't been streaming the shows because they've all been in Europe, so I haven't been able to stream them because I'm in school and all that. But still, I've been able to watch, but not review because I haven't been watching in full and all that. But yeah, I streamed Smackdown for the first time yesterday, and we're on the road to WrestleMania, or we're right on the track to WrestleMania, so yeah. We're gonna be going over like we used to do. We're gonna go over all the matches and segments, rank all them, and give the full show rating at the end of it. So yeah, started off with CM Punk and Paul Heyman, the teasing of the favor. Right, it kept dragging on. I liked this segment because it was cool to see Punk and Heyman back in the arena. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like almost a year ago, they were in the same arena, and Paul was like, "Take me with you." And yeah, just cool how they reflected on all the ways on everything that's happened. So yeah, I like that segment. It was pretty cool. I'm gonna give it a 3.6 out of 5. It was pretty good. Yeah. Now for the opening match was the debuting Rey Fenix versus Nathan Frazier. It was a killer match. I can't lie. For the 8 minutes it got, it was a great match in my opinion. That was a good debut. Good showing for Nathan Frazier too because he's on NXT and now he was on the main roster for that match. So yeah, good showing for him. A good debut for Rey Fenix and he got the win as well. I'm going to give it a 3.6 out of 5. It was a good match. It was a great match, honestly. But, yeah, the next match was LA Knight versus Tama Tonga. Nothing really too special there. LA Knight got the win, though, so, yeah, that's about it. Wait. Yeah, 3.2 out of 5. That's about it. It was a good match. Now, this segment, it's going to spark a lot of controversy. It was the Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton segment. Honestly, I thought it was pretty good because this needed a level of heat. Real or not real. It needed a level of heat to get people interested in that match, and they got me interested for sure with all the lines they're throwing. Now, I get that they went too far in some things, honestly. Like, with Tiffany's 0-3 line, I get they went too far. But a shoot is a shoot. I mean, it did its job. It got a reaction, not from the crowd necessarily. It got a reaction from the entire IWC. I thought the segment was good. The one thing I really hated about it was how much stumbling they did on it, because they did not go on script at all. I mean, they barely did. I hated that part where Charlotte just made fun of how squeaky Tiffany's voice is. Honestly, that's the only thing I really hate about this segment. I like that they're shooting, but I mean, like I said, I get where it got to a point where it got too far and all that. I get to where there was a situation at some point, which is why Tiffany rolled out of the ring. But honestly, it did its job. It got people interested in the feud. That's the goal. It got me interested for sure. 3.8 out of 5. I don't care what anyone says. It was a really good segment. I don't know, except for except for some parts, but still, it was good. The next thing of the night was DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns #1 contendership match. It was a good match, honestly. They never really missed, so yeah, that was pretty cool. 3.4 out of 5. Motor City got the win. So yeah, B5 versus Naomi was a squash match. Naomi killed her. And then next up, you had pretty much a heartbreaking segment here. I mean, you had Kevin Owens announcing that he had a neck injury, which he needed surgery for. And I read somewhere that it was going to take until around 2026, or maybe he had to be retired after all. So I'm not going to rate this segment because obviously you can't rate something so serious like this. So I'm just going to leave it there. I mean, it's just something to talk about. I mean, just Kevin Owens, man. What a great wrestler. I actually cried when he announced this because Kevin Owens... the first thing I watched in wrestling was WrestleMania Night 1, and WrestleMania 39 Night 1. The 3 matches that piqued my interest were the Ray Dom match, Rhea Charlotte match, and the main event with Kevin and Sami versus the Usos. Kevin Owens, and that storyline with the Judgment Day and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, honestly, it kept me hooked, even though, like, I was barely a fan. It was the one thing I used to always see. Like, I would always see it. I would always see it consistently, and it would always intrigue me, so... Kevin Owens, he's a Hall of Fame career. Honestly, the match that, if he retires here, deserves a Hall of Fame induction. That match with Sami Zayn being his last match ever, perfect. My gosh. So, yeah. Just hopefully he can come back at some point because it's just heartbreaking. Next up was the last man standing match between Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman. Jacob Fatu won in a relatively short match, I guess, but okay. It was a good match. Honestly, it was pretty fun. It was a really fun match, in my opinion, but relatively short. I thought it would be longer. And then the last... I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. The last segment was Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk. Rollins was just pushed to the side at that point. It was more between Punk, Heyman, and Roman. Punk announced his favorite, which would be Paul being in the corner of CM Punk, and then the conflicted face of Paul Heyman. And Roman just, like, telling him to side with me, not him. And it was just so like insane to watch. It was so intense. And then when Paul said, "I cannot listen to you, my Trouble Chief," oh God, that got crazy. That segment was wonderful, wonderful segment there. Punk played with Roman's emotions right there really well, and Seth was just a side piece, just laughing his ass off in the corner. I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5. That was perfect, well done. And now I have interest in this because I never really cared about this match, but now I do care about it. But, hey, both segments did its job tonight, I guess. So yeah, if I had to rank these, Roman, Seth, and CM Punk obviously takes a cherry on top. Obviously, the Charlotte Tiffany segment comes in second because of how, like I said, it was just so intriguing. So yeah, I guess match of the night was for sure Rey Fenix versus Nathan Frazier. Number 4 goes to Jacob versus Braun Strowman. Number 5, DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns. Number 6 is CM Punk and Paul Heyman segment. I don't know why I have it on that. What the hell? LA Knight versus Thomas Tonga 7th, and the worst match on that was Beef versus Naomi. Honestly, everyone's been complaining about SmackDown. The SmackDown that I just watched, or that I finally watched in full. It was great, honestly. Really great show. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. Honestly, it felt in place. It felt good. I don't know. Was it ever this bad in Europe? I have no idea. I'll rewatch if I can, or when I have time and all that. But this was great. 4 out of 5. Thank y'all for watching, and have a great night. Goodbye.